Hello everyone, this is Yolanda and today I am going to be showing you how to make this crochet shrug. It is actually on the Lion brand yarn website. It's called the Sequoia Shrug and you can find it there on their website. The way it calls for you, they call for you doing this in a single crochet, crocheting in the back loop only. But I decided to do it in the double crochet. What's good about this design is that you can do it in the single, double, or treble, depending on how you like it. It's very easy. It's a skill set. The skill level is easy. And the way we're going to do this is, I'm going to be using the size L hook, crochet hook, which is a 8.0 millimeter hook. And I'm just going to use a regular medium worsted weight. I've got the package that is the 1 pound yarn ball because it was like on sale and I didn't know how much I was going to need, but you don't need the whole pound, but it just does take quite a bit. And what we're going to do is basically you're going to be, oops, what happened here? Okay, to begin the shrug, we are going to crochet 130 chains. If you're going to be making this with a single crochet, then only do 127 chains. To begin, I'm going to loop my yarn around my finger and make my slip loop. And then you would do your, if you're doing the double crochet like I'm doing it, it would be 130 chains. So you just do 1, 2, 3, your chain stitch is wrapping your hook around your yarn and pulling it through. That makes your chain. For the sake of time, I'm only going to do 10 so that I can show you how to get going. And then you would be doing 130. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then let's pretend you have 130. You would go on to the third chain from the end, 1, 2, and then on your third chain, I'm going to begin doing my double crochet. To do a double crochet, I would wrap my yarn around my hook, stick my hook into that chain, and pull it out. Now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pull through the first 2, there would be 2 loops left, and pull through the next 2. And that would be your double crochet. You're going to be doing the same thing, 1 double crochet in each chain all the way across. This pattern is very easy. There is no increases or decreases. So do 1 double crochet in each chain across. Wrapping your yarn around your hook, going into your chain, pulling it out. There'll be 3 loops of yarn on your hook. Pull through 2 and then through the next 2. I'm going to show you how you would turn. Here is my second to the last chain. Of course, yours would be much longer because it would be 130 chains. And here's our last chain. I would do my last double crochet there. Oops, there. Now when I'm on the end here, I'm going to chain 2 to go up to my next row. 1, 2, and then you're going to turn your work over, flip it over, and now on this very first chain here, I want you to make your double crochet. I don't want you to skip this chain. So right at the bottom there, you're going to make a double crochet, but let me bring the light here. We are not going to do it in the whole chain. I only want you to work in the back loop. I'm going to put the link on this video of my back loop tutorial so that you can take a better look at that. So you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook. You're going to go into the back loop of the chain only. See how the front one is free? You have 2 loops of yarn, 1, 2, and then now do it again in the next one, only in the back loop of the chain. And if you need to review, please check out my tutorial on the back loop. I hope you can see it there. Here's the front, and that's the back. You're going to continue working only in the back loop of your chain, okay? Because the top kind of looks like little things right there. So you're only going to go into this back section there. So you're going to go the back loop and continue that way until your work measures about 28 inches, okay? Remember, when you do the back loop, that is what creates that little ridge pattern on your work. So here's my last chain. I'm going to go in the back section there, my back loop, and I'm going to see, hopefully you can kind of see that it's creating a little ridge there. See, because the front part of the chain is still free. The back loop, you've worked your chains all in the back loop, and hopefully that front part is free. To go up to your next row, you're going to go again, once again, 1, 2, flip your work over, and then once again, double crochet in the back loop only. Okay? Always in the back loop. If you don't do it in the back loop, your shrug is going to just look flat. It's not going to have that ridge pattern. Okay? So this is all you do for your whole work. And you're going to continue until it measures 28 inches. And what I mean by that is, when you take it apart, of course, see, this would be really long, because there would be 130 chains. But you're going to want your work to measure from here to the end of your work, of course, would be the whole 28 inches. So it's quite a bit of work. Quite a bit, because right here we're only at 2.5 inches. So continue doing that all the way across. I don't know if you could tell, but there is a little ridge pattern forming on your work. So do that, and I will be back with you once we have reached the 28 inches.
As you can see, I've done several rows now, and I don't know if you can tell here, but it starts getting kind of a little, that ridge effect. And it just makes it a little bit more interesting. Crocheting in the back post. If you'd like to learn how to do crochet in the back post, please click on the link on the video here, and it will take you to my little video that shows you how to do the crochet in the back post. So here I'm going to continue crocheting until my work measures 28 inches. Right now it's only like at 10. So I have quite a few rows to go. And remember, like I said, if you want, you can do this in a treble crochet, and you could even use a bigger hook. But I do want this to be a little bit warm, so that's why I decided to go ahead and stay with the owl hook. And you could also do the K hook if you prefer. My sister uses a giant hook, and hers just comes out very open, so that's up to you. It's still going to measure the same way.
Okay, now my work measures the 28 inches across from one end here to the other. It's actually a little bit bigger than 28. It's almost 29 inches. So now when I did that all across, you can see that I folded my work over. So here's my fold. And I want to make sure that my ends are even here. So I folded both sides down. And now that we're even here, you can use a stitch mark or whatever you want. I'm going to use a safety pin here to make sure that my bottom is even, okay? So here's my folded side, and here is the bottom open side that I pinned together just because I want to make sure it's even. Now here on both sides, you're going to do the same thing. From here, I want to measure down 7 inches from either side. So here's 7 inches. I'm going to use a safety pin. You can use whatever you want. And here I have my 7 inches. Now what I like to do on both sides, this side I have already sewn this, I have already closed off this side. And here's my 7 inches here. But what I did was, that I count my chains, my posts here, to make sure I have the same amount on both sides so that my arm openings are the same size. So here, you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way around, and it's actually 34 of these posts. So here is 7 inches. So before I start sewing, I want to make sure that I'm holding out the 34 posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Oops, I have one extra one, see? So, I'm going to open this up and move this one, only one space over, because I want to make sure that I have 34 of these on the opening. You're going to close it off, and you can either use a tapestry needle with a big needle thing and sew it across. I don't like sewing that much, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a single crochet. So I'm going to begin here. Let me get this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. This is your last step, and then you'll be done. Just going to go in here, and in each chain here, I'm going to make a single crochet. Once I get here, you're going to go through each chain here to the front. Make sure you get both sides, and you bury your tail all the way across to the bottom. Okay, so now I go in the next 2 chains here, spaces there, bring out my yarn, and do another single crochet. Some people think it's easier to sew it, and you can do that too. Just make sure you're getting both sides and that you're not skipping chains, because you want it to be nice and even all the way to the bottom. Okay, so continue doing that. You're going to do that on both sides of your shrug, and when you finish that, I want you to sew in your tails. You know, fasten off your ends, sew in your tails, and then you will be done. So I will meet you and show you how it looks at the end. There, I'm doing several of them. Can you see that? It's closing it together. Putting here, and then the seam will go all the way to the bottom and close off our end, just as we have closed it off on this side. We'll turn this side inside out. This will be our inside, and you'll be done. Okay guys, here I am wearing the shrug, and as you can see, this collar here just kind of folds back, and it's the same way in the back here. I hope you can see it. It's just one size fits all, and then the top part here, the neck also folds down. These are the openings that you have for your sleeves. So that's just all it is. It's nothing really hard to do. It's pretty easy to take care to do it here, and it's just one size fits all. And I hope you will try this one. It's really nice. I'll talk to you later.